Yeah, I've got another 69-inch longbow here for another buddy. Still got paracord tillering string on it. Let's go ahead and fix that. So due to my paracord string, I know that I need a 66-inch string for this bow, so I'm going to measure my bundles of string out 16 inches longer than my string length. So my bundles are going to be 82 inches long. Here I got 6 strands of brown. In a second I'm going to measure out 6 strands of green. And I'm going to take 1 strand of the brown, add it to the green, and I'm going to take 1 strand of the green and add it to the brown. We'll go over why that's important later. Once you've got your bundles measured out, you're going to want to make sure that all the slack is pulled out of all the strings and they're laying flat together. Next, you're going to want to cut each of these, staggering them all within 2 inches of each other just to get a better taper on your finished loops. Next, you're going to want to stagger your bundles of string 1 inch from each other. Measure at 9 inches and pinch there. This is where you're going to start your Flemish, twisting away and then twisting back toward yourself over the other bundle, twisting away the bundle and then twisting it towards yourself. And you want to keep it pinched as you're doing it, and it'll just lock itself together. This bow's got pretty skinny limbs, so I'm going to go with 1.5 inch loops. So I had 3 inches of Flemish twist there before I fold it back on itself and match my string or my bundle colors up together, brown to brown, green to green, and then you just keep your Flemish twist nice and tight. Do the same thing, twist away from yourself each bundle and then twist it back over the other bundle towards yourself. You want to just let your tag ends fall out where they may, and then twist 1 inch past where your last tag end comes out of the string. That'll lock in your loop. Once you've got your last twist pinched off with a binder clip, hook your loop on a screw or tie it to a chair, whatever you got to do, and then count how many twists are in it as you untwist each bundle until you get it to where there's no twists in that bundle. Then you're going to want to add 3 times that number of back twist into it. So just keep twisting the same way that you'd been untwisting it, triple the amount of times it took you to get all the initial twists out of each bundle. So I'm adding 33 back twists to each bundle to get them to lay flat in the end. That odd colored string within each bundle is going to help you count your twists as you're untwisting and then adding back twist. Here I'm just marking out 66 inches, which is going to be my finished string length, and then I'm going to subtract 1.25 inches from that and make another mark, which is where I'm going to pinch and start my Flemish for the other loop in the other end. Now once you've got about 3 Flemishes twisted into this, you want to go ahead and clip it right where that Flemish starts with another binder clip, just to keep it all together right where you initially pinched it. And again, I want 1.5 inch loops on this string, so I'm going to do about 3 inches of Flemish before I double it back on itself, and then again match your bundle colors together. Keep it nice and tight where they come together at the loop, and start your Flemish again, twisting that top bundle away from yourself and then twisting it back over the other bundle and pinching it every time you make one of those twists. Again, I went 1 inch past where my last tag end comes out, and here just cleaning up the tag ends. You can leave them be or trim them. That part's up to you. When you go to put this string on, put your bottom loop on your bottom knock first, and then twist your string a handful of times counterclockwise before putting it on your top knock. Now to start your string serving, you just want to start wrapping your serving around your tail end here, down the bowstring towards where your knocking point's going to be. Once you get about, say, 7 wraps, you want to just fold your tag end back up the string and continue on with your wrapping, leaving that tag end popped out there for a little while till you get a handful of wraps going. You can leave it for a while or just trim it off so it's out of your way, but keep everything nice and tight, as tight as you can. Don't let this spool jump out of your hands, or you basically have to restart, otherwise your serving will be real loose. Then just go ahead and wrap it good and tight as far down the string as you want. Anywhere from 7 to 11 inches will suffice. Now to finish off your serving, you're going to want to hold everything super tight and take your spool and wrap it under your string, and then pass it through the loop that is made during that process while you're still holding your initial string tight. say 7 to 11 times will do just fine. And once you get it passed through there that many times, you want to take your spool and set it back upstream towards where you began your string serving. Just set it there and then continue on with your serving, and it'll wrap itself over what's going to be your tag end while unraveling all the wraps that you just put through your loop that you're holding tight there. And it'll all come unraveled from the far end into a nice little loop that you can pull super tight and get all your slack out. Then you'll be ready to trim your tag ends and melt them back to themselves. Now you're ready to set your knocking point, whether that be a brass knock or just some string wrapped around itself a couple of times and passing your tail end back through and kind of creating like a clove hitch on steroids, basically. And you don't want to get this super tight until you know exactly where it needs to be, and there's a lot of methods in how to figuring that out, but just go ahead and get it on there sort of snug, and you can adjust it later to where it's just right. Now I like to wrap my tag ends and my knocking point back up the string out of the way and just lightly tie them off with an overhand knot, and then I can start shooting this sucker and adjust my knocking point. And when I get it just where I want it, I can cinch them down real tight. And that's all she wrote. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching. God bless you.